Alrighty, guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Kickout Commentary. And today, as always, I am here with my co-host, Heavenly Demon.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, if you guys do not know, we obviously upload these every 2 weeks. Need to be a little more active on the social medias, get the brand out there a little more. But yes, we upload these every 2 weeks. 3 weeks if like something happens, one of us can't record or something like that. But let's uh let's just hop straight into it.
Yep.
So since the last time we filmed, um, wasn't it? It was right after Money in the Bank, right?
No, it should have been Classic Castle, maybe.
No, no, we definitely didn't Money in the Bank because we were.
I don't
Wait,
know.
wait, yeah,
We only talk about speculation about who was gonna be in the match.
sure.
Uh, oh no, we definitely talk about it. No, we definitely talk about Money in the Bank. In the controversy.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
So, okay, yep. Oh,
yeah. Can we talk about how
for
people complain about Drew?
yeah, for a second, I thought that we had like
We missed
86
like a month.
subscribers all of a sudden. I was like, damn, that's crazy without promoting. We're just entertaining. But yeah, so basically, since Money in the Bank, um, so we
We
did.
came back.
No, I'm trying to remember that. So we did that. So we recorded that, and then I'm trying to
Yeah, that's
remember
it. Yeah,
if we did that
that,
exactly on Sunday.
I believe so.
Yes. Okay. So we did it on Sunday. So then, yeah, the very next night, Monday Night Raw. I don't know what had happened that day.
Uh oh, yeah. It was Dominic Mysterio versus Dominic and Liv versus Rey Mysterio and Selena Vega.
Oh
That
yeah,
was the main event. And
yeah,
where Dominic Mysterio finally beat Rey Mysterio
yeah.
and
That's
where both Liv and him had a moment and was brought back Rhea, and which like that's the whole week of where people were talking about like, oh, it's really good for good Dom and all that. We actually trying to think what also happened that Monday Night Raw.
oh the Wyatt Six made their in well not in ring debut,
Yeah.
but they did some wrestling. They did some beating the shit out of people on camera.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, they beat Chad Gable, and which like Chad Gable and the Creed brothers. So that's something. And which like is
Yeah,
finally we're getting little by little. We're getting up to that part with Kurt Angle.
I was about to say yeah. It really, damn, we really yeah. Two either wait because we didn't record last weekend, right?
No.
Yeah, we didn't. Damn, so 2 weeks. Like that's what I'm saying. It don't feel like 2 weeks is going
Well,
by, and a lot has happened.
you also got to remember this. Like we got also DIY beating Austin Theory
Oh yes, yes. They became tag team
and
champions. Congratulations to them.
which after that legit was Jacob Fatu being the fuck out all of them
Yo,
by
Jacob
himself.
Fatu is a beast, but there's already speculation that he's going to turn on Solo. Like he just has that aura of just like, nah, bro. I didn't come here to just be some sergeant, bro. I want the crown type energy.
Jacob, like I say, Jacob Fatu is
Or
right. Yes, it something interesting about him. That's just like caliber.
yeah, or it's like the
Something
scene.
it's just something with the family, like the whole Samoans. Something about them, the whole bloodline.
Yeah, they.
They're
Pretty
different.
much,
Not
pretty
all.
much all of them. Pretty much all of them have aura, yeah. But he's just like I said, he's just different. You know, he's like that, just ruthless, aggressive. Doesn't really need to say much. His actions, his selling, his everything is just really doing that for him. You know, taking a vintage Orton DDT and just standing up. You know, things like that really set the standard. So that's
And
why I feel like with Jacob Fatu, like he's not just a member of the bloodline. Like when this story's over and done with, there's something that's gonna happen with him.
oh, he's a future world champion. And where it's like it's how we view. I think this is where like Vince would view Roman, where like I think like how recent Jacob Fatu, how Vince McMahon saw Roman Reigns 2015 when he was in the Shield. That's how he envisioned him.
I
But
could kind of see it.
but I feel like Roman was at that star power just yet. Jacob Fatu is at that star level already,
Yeah.
and like
Well,
Grand,
I think
he's a bet. I think Grand Slam is gonna be like automatically if they did where they have like Jacob Fatu going to like Raw, trying to like do like open if they ever do like an open challenge again like for belts, and like you're thinking like oh yeah it's gonna be something for the Raw roster. No, it's SmackDown also,
yeah, that'd piss somebody off somewhere, being like, "Oh my God, brands are supposed to be split."
right?
You know, but yeah, like you just said, like you can see, you know, him definitely being a world champion. You know, Grand Slam, yeah. I don't know if like right away or some shit, but over the
Nah,
next couple years, definitely I
too
could see
early.
him possibly being a Grand Slam. Just because he, like I said, he has that aura, he has that, just that skill and that. And I think one reason why, like you kind of said, it's like he is probably what Vince had envisioned as Roman, and why it didn't work for Roman then, and why this is working for Jacob Fatu is I think it's because he came in with that aura. This is who he was in the Indies. Nothing changed. He's just this is him. Roman felt artificial,
Very artificial.
very artificial, and when fans realized that, same thing with like John Cena's gimmick, they turn on him. So you know, I think that was the issue for Roman, was definitely just like you know, he was kind of thrown into that before he was ready, and even though he did the best he could, it wasn't, you know, everything it could have been.
Uh, but at the same time, it's like it's just Solo. I'm thinking about Solo. Like Solo's just getting like shadowed by Jacob Fatu, and which that was like a rumor in the past, in which we mentioned, and which is true. Because like Solo now is like taking the whole gimmick of like yeah, it's not the tribal chief, which is amazing to see, and like to see from like a great like viewpoint. But it's all the losing he took, where he doesn't feel like as like dominant. Like, and I like how they always keep on talking about Austin Theory beat John Cena at WrestleMania and won. Like, but look at Austin Theory like that after that year, a whole joke career in which he came back to WrestleMania to win the tag titles and then lose them in a few.
Yeah, you know, it's like I said, it's just wrestling fans are very fickle, and can't say that I haven't been in the past. You know, I've said, "Oh, this person shouldn't have one, or why is this person, getting so much TV time? Why is this person doing this, and that? Listen, I am just a consumer, and what people don't understand is when you're the minority, you're not going to really get what you want. Even when you're the majority, sometimes you don't
You're
get
not gonna
what you
get
want
what you want. No, like prime
in
example,
wrestling.
the whole damn Brian yes movement. We got that for WrestleMania, and like legit, we all thought the story was done for how like Dan Bryan didn't win it. All of a sudden, we got it again, like at the very end. So sometimes like it's a slow burn, which like we're not gonna get what we want early on, but if we be patient and we just wait, everything's gonna like make sense story wise. Like again, the whole Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Everyone wanted this WrestleMania 40 for that to be the milestone. But if you think about it, WrestleMania 41 gives a great um, more time for the story to cook and where everyone can like understand the viewing point. Where The Rock came in last year WrestleMania and then like just for that time being, and then boom, let's cut to some Survivor Series. Whereas let's say like the OG bloodline is about to win, then all of a sudden we just hear, "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" And then boom, or like we don't hear the music at all, where on The Rock just showed up out of nowhere and rock bombs Roman Reigns,
Yeah,
giving the win to
I feel,
Solo.
yeah, or acts like he's gonna help Roman and then attacks him or something. It's definitely so many ways they can go with it, and that's why, especially since I'm really trying to get back into screenplay writing and making like movies and possibly making TV shows again and also like that. I've spent the last 5 days, just watching hours upon hours of videos of how to build character arcs and story. Like I'm gonna tell you, right? This is how like I feel like every story should be made. There was a circle, and it had 8 different spots on the circle.
Oh, you know what? With those lone protagonists and how it goes through each stages and like basically the hero journey.
Yeah,
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 I mean
that like
it works. It works for some people. It doesn't work for all if it's
yeah, no,
done right properly.
well, that's what I was saying was for me, I was like, okay, because everything just feels so like complicated when it's Act One, Act Two, Act Three. How do you? So just giving them something they got to conquer and doing it in that order, and you can even do that down to just scene level, also where they got to go through all 8 stages through each scene and do that, that, and that. So it just made me want to go dive right in, and that's what I feel like with wrestling you kind of have to do something similar to that. You know, they want to get the world title. They start taking actions to go and get the world title. They hit a certain roadblock. They deal with the roadblock. They get what they want, and there's some consequences and all that. So it's like it's it's cinema, and that's why you like kind of went off topic, but it was just it is cinema, and that's what I think. People just think that wrestling's supposed to just be somebody being slammed onto a mat, technical holds, people flying out into crowds. Yes, that's a big chunk of it, but when you're able to actually tell a story of why they're doing all that, why do they hate each other so much that a dude is willing to jump off the top of a fucking 20-foot ladder and land on top of this other dude, risking possible injury to himself. Why does he want
Oh,
to do it that bad?
Swan Swan Jeff Hardy.
Yeah,
No, but no,
Jeff, Jeff, bro. We talk about Perk Angle. Think about Perk Jeff, bro. That shit.
Actually,
Triple.
I was about to say Sting knows all about that. Nah, again, it's just like people calling Sami Zayn the new Hulk Hogan. I wish I could see that.
A little bit. Yeah, I could see it too. But I felt like that was always somewhat of his gimmick. It's just a lot stronger now. But he was always kind of like the fighter that didn't give up. He's always been that.
I mean, he's always supposed to be the fighter that never gives up, but like the actual true underdog.
Yeah. But nah, and yes, it's talking about the past, but man, that one Raw when they were in Canada and he was just outside the building and the camera, like since the Triple H era, the camera angle has been insane. They've been doing
Oh, they did
some.
that with Rhea last on Monday Night Raw. That was like a really good camera camera shot and like showing like I just wish they did like she did her stomp
Yeah.
like with her. I feel like that would have been like yeah, just showing like how these athletes are legit.
I don't know. I feel
Nah,
like when like she's trying to confront Dominic because he got
no,
caught in
no.
the
I mean,
act.
no,
That's
she
her.
started to start off the show and all that. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh, what? Yeah, in that case. Like one time Edge did his entrance and he didn't do his signature like throw up his hands and he just stood there when the pyro went off and it was kind of like badass. Like he just like you know, I don't know. Depends on character, but Rhea Ripley's theme music is like immaculate.
of course,
That shit just they can get anybody.
it's also Judgment Day. Judgment Day, like intro music.
I feel Damian Priest is going heel, but I feel like
I feel like he's
it's
going more face, little by
I mean,
little.
not heel. Yeah, face. My fault. Yeah, because he is technically a heel. I think he is definitely going towards face, but I feel like he's not completely separated from Judgment Day. Like I feel like somebody's coming with him. That could maybe be Rhea. That could maybe be uh one of them, or he could go solo. But I could see like the group kind of splitting up, like Team Finn kind of versus Team Damien.
Yeah, and whereas like is Rhea with is Damien, Rhea, and Dom, and JD, Finn, and Liv, and where that could be part of. I can see. I'm trying to think long term booking wise. What paper? Probably Backwood.
Because I already knew it was a wrap. Once that man Finn said, "Whatever you say, boss," I said, "Ah, shit." Now they going there, bro.
I'm not like it'd be interesting if it like Dominic Mysterio versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship, and like they keep on having like Dom turn on Rhea. Imagine like Dominic Mysterio won, like that's his first, second singles belt.
Yeah, it'd be. I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting, but
It's crazy booking, which is like
I'm
it's
not saying that he
plausible,
doesn't. I'm
but
not saying that he doesn't deserve it. I just feel like right now he's more of a character. Like what's that phrase? But basically, he's better at character work than anything else. Like his wrestling's
he's more of
good,
an
but
entertainer.
yeah. Like his wrestling's good, but he's just so good at being a dick that it's just like, all right, like it's
That's what I'm saying. I
but
feel like that'd be like, um, I feel like that would bring him more back into like the whole. Cause right now, I feel like I need like Eddie vibes from him. It's just like he's not getting wins. That's the issue. He's
yeah.
mostly losing his matches, and which is like whole Judgment Day like schemes, and like instead of, like Judgment Day is now Liv and Rio, and which is that's like oh yeah distraction. Dominic doesn't know what to do. Boom boom, his opponent take over. It happened last Monday Night Raw with Jey Uso. So it's like
I I I just thought about it. Like it's the fact that Rhea has like and just not gotten involved. Like oh, just simple distracting ref. I mean, she like one time speared Kevin Owens through the barricade and shit. Like it's just different types of shit. But hey, when you're built different, you're built different. I guess.
I mean legit, she's a Grand Slam champion already in the company. Like who's gonna tell her no? She won that. She won that NXT Women's Champion. She was the UK World Heavyweight Champion tag team. SmackDown, and now and was Raw, and versus Raw is legit Raw heavyweight.
Yeah,
So legit is like the only title that she's missing now is the current one is Women's North American Championship, and that's in NXT. And what's the real question is, do you have Rhea Ripley go down to NXT again? And when she didn't
just
like just win the belt, and when she'd be like that bringing viewers, yes. But at the same time, it was like
I mean
Rhea's
they
like Rhea is your like is your top seller now, like for
well
merchandise. And obviously for the females, and legit for pay per view, like her name bringing people in.
well all I was gonna say is I mean they kinda did that with Becky and it really helped elevate the NXT brand. So
I mean, true, but at the same time, like who was Rhea's champion at the time also when like Becky went to NXT.
yeah.
So I was saying like it'd be nice if like Charlotte Flair came back and like again a few and like if anything takes the belt. I don't know from who. I'll say like let Liv like hold the championship like a little bit longer, and then boom, she like loses it to either Charlotte or to try to think of another person because there's some great talent now on like for WWE right now like for females. Like I'll still say like in the past, the female stars were like they were good, but there were like a few like gems where you were like, damn. But now they're like every single one of them is putting up a show and trying like outdo each one little by little. Because Carmella has came back, Alexa Bliss has came back. We got Bianca, we got Jay, we got
The Kabuki Warriors.
Rookie Warriors, and you got Io, you got Dakota Kai, you got Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, you got Naomi, and so much more. And like from NXT too, like some great stars are just being born, look more and more and more. Which is like any one of them can get a call up randomly, and then boom, they show their person. Their in ring, their work inside the ring is amazing. The personality needs a little bit more tuning, but other than that, stars, every single one of them. Prime example, our first prime example of like how NXT could build up a great superstar, and whereas like still have the momentum like to the main roster is I'm gonna put standard with Braun Breaker, not even Braun. Like currently right now it'd be Braun and Tiffany, but in the past it was like Finn Balor and and Kevin Owens. Like they brought like that energy or like takeover, like from NXT, where it's like if you're not watching carefully, the new stars are gonna take over.
Yeah,
Which prime
yeah,
example was during that time frame, Kevin Owens was rated United States champion multiple times, then Universal. Sammy
yeah,
IC tag team.
yeah. Yeah, people, some wrestling fans, like I've noticed, are like they value career based on like how many world titles you've won or something. But you can have a great career and you've won a crap ton of mid card titles or tag team titles. It depends on how long your reigns were, the type of matches you were having, if they were 4-star, possibly 5-star matches, the stories you could have had. Because just because you have a mid card title doesn't mean that you can't take it and try to elevate it. And that's what gained John Cena a lot of respect was the U.S. Open Challenge.
Um,
Um,
I was
Dolph Ziggler,
thinking obviously Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, both
yeah,
elevated IC. I'm gonna include Gunter into that as well because that's like
yeah,
I feel
Gunther
like
made that shit feel like a world title just because of
all
he was final boss material, just that
of
energy.
course it was basically all three of them. And I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'll include like Zack Ryder for the United States. Actually, I'm not Zack Ryder. Rusev treated that you no. Hear me out. Like when his first run with the U.S. With its title, that was a great run for Rusev. It showed how dominant and like how powerful he was for the belt. And when
Yeah,
during that time, John Cena was at the time made perfect sense for him to get that belt back, and that's how we got the U.S. Open Challenge.
Yeah. So just because look at Kofi Kingston, or people are going to say Kofi Kingston hasn't had a great career, yeah, he did win the big one, right? But even before then, if he never won that WWE Championship, at least in my opinion, I'd have said, okay, he had a decent career. He had some pretty good feuds,
Decent.
some
Also,
memorable
you saying
moments.
I'm so sorry to cut you off. You saying decent? I'm saying he had a great career. One of the longest running one of yeah. I'll say that one because the Usos are still are I think the longest running. Um, but the Usos, I mean, New Day going back and forth, being multiple tag team champions, longest running during that time as well, and able to like all three of them were able to switch, so you're not knowing like who's actually fighting for the belt, what title.
Yeah.
But yeah, but for Kofi, U.S., United States, multiple tag team. I'm trying to think one more championship he won, but I'm forgetting. Oh, multiple like moments in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah. He
I'm
definitely.
saying it's a great career. That's a great thing to be like immortalized by. Because that was
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah. That's what. But that's what I'm saying. It's like
And
can somebody really sit there and say that Dolph Ziggler didn't have a good career in WWE when he was Dolph Ziggler? Now when he was in the Spirit Squad and
yeah,
even before then, no. But once he did the character change, became Dolph Ziggler until the time he got fired, he had a decent career. Yes, could it have been more? Yes, definitely. But he was putting on great matches. How do you open up a pay-per-view in a match against Luke Harper and
it made
somehow have the best match of the night? Two,
honestly.
two guys you don't think would work together. They make kind of was weird, and it was in a ladder match, which they're both not really known for being like hardcore like that. And they were able to put on the best show of the night. And for a lot of people, when it came to Dolph Ziggler, they said, well, it was the comparisons to Shawn Michaels. Oh, he's too much like Shawn Michaels. But you could say that a lot of other wrestlers are the same as other wrestlers in the way they wrestle, the way they carry themselves. Like you said, now a lot of people are saying Sammy kind of has that character of like Hulk Hogan, getting the
I'm,
shit beat out of him for half the match and then making a comeback.
and
Or
I would say right now people are calling um Damian Priest like the um I was about to say on that I was like, oh, this is going on YouTube. Basically like the Undertaker. And which is like, all right, boom. And then like recently with this girl, the newest hire, I'm trying to remember her name.
yeah,
They basically call her Kane.
yeah,
So it's like no matter what, people gonna compare other superstars to um to another person. But
yeah.
it's a moment where it's like these superstars are able to like break that stereotype and where it's like I'm not them, I'm me. And prime example would be Daniel Bryan. I'll say Drew McIntyre. Cody
Well,
Rhodes.
well,
What's
I
the
was gonna, I was gonna say, well, they could even then take that what they're being compared to, and just run with it, but with their own spin. Like in the sense of I'm trying to think, like like low key, like Chad Gable got compared a lot to Kurt Angle. They started doing a lot of Kurt Angle type stuff with him, having the Alpha Academy, having him just be like shush and all this stuff. Like, so it's kind of like putting your own new blend because history always repeats itself. But the thing about history is there could then become slight changes and alters because people are trying out new things. So even in something like wrestling, it is very, a lot of people are like, oh my God, wrestling is not original. That's because you're not trying hard enough.
yeah.
There has been so much shit in wrestling that should not work that has worked. Broken
Also,
Matt, Broken Matt,
I Kofi Mania technically never happened. Almost never like should have happened. It was gonna be Mustafa Ali.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I feel bad for him. He low key just kept getting screwed over. He,
he got through, and mind you, that was gonna be his moment of fame and everything, where he was gonna be world champion.
and then
Just thinking
when
about
he
that,
and all that, yeah,
and was just like boom, Kofi Mania happened, and where it's just like storyline was low key even was better. Can't lie, but at the same time, where during that storyline, if people remember, Kofi didn't really like fight back or anything. He kind of just accepted things for what it was, and where it was mostly his Xavier Woods and Biggie like fighting for him, which was like how I was like it's nice having your friends fight like trying to fight for you, but you gotta show that you want this more also. Like you should like want to strike your teeth into it, and then next thing you know when he won it, yeah, if you with Randy Orton, on which he was like said the moment like, "Oh, you derailed my career," on which that's a great moment, but you didn't feel it. It was passion, but not enough passion to me.
yeah, yeah. Russ, like I said, it's there's so much shit that shouldn't have worked, and sometimes it just depends on, like you said, like the person, like how good of an actor are they, how good are they at delivering their lines, how good are they at selling that point that they're trying to sell to the crowd and to the people, watching at home. And that's what John Cena might not have been the greatest wrestler, but John Cena for damn sure makes you feel and understand what he's saying and what he's trying to convey.
Nothing. John Cena's powerful weapon is legit the way how he can motivate like a whole audience and like make them legit like either love you or hate you, and they'll clown you one way or another. And no,
No, no, I'm laughing because when you were gonna say like, "Oh, his most powerful weapon," and I don't know, I just thought you was gonna say his mouth, and I was about to be like, "No, did he? No, did he?" But I wasn't. I was thinking ahead. Like, we're like his most powerful weapon is. I was like, he's about to say his mouth, and I'm about to be ready on that shit with the no diddy. But then he just said, "Oh, the way how he could, I'm like, damn, all right."
not catching me.
Said
But
diddy.
and like how like that promo where he did with Roman Reigns in 2017, I was like, where it was like, oh, how he destroyed him like on the mic, and where it's like Roman forgot his lines. Cut back later on, they brought back. I think they mentioned that, but Roman was legit. He's a pro now at this. He knows how to cut a promo. He knows how to do great in ring. He knows his character. This is where he was like no like actually at John Cena level, where it was like this is like a good segment, and we're both going to bounce off each other.
Yeah.
And
One
like,
thing.
oh, my fault. I would say one. I was trying to remember one last thing. And mind you, to include this, you don't even need to have a personality in the beginning. Sometimes you just need a great speaker, like just a great advocate. Prime example: Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was just known as a meathead, where he mostly just won the big belt a bunch of times, and he was a beast. I know what happened later on when like they separated Paul Heyman. They started giving Brock like a personality where Brock was just doing this to have fun, like he didn't care. Remember when Brock Lesnar won the Money in the Bank, and he treated that like a jukebox?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like that is
So,
fucking crazy, and you then like having that like you have that image of Brock Lesnar. Oh, the destroyer of all destroyers, the next big thing, the one who defeated John Cena at SummerSlam, who decimated him, and the one who defeated the Phenom. You see him dancing with a Money in the Bank briefcase.
but that's what also makes him, I think, even more scary though, because it's
Yeah, that's
just
what I'm saying.
like,
Like he found like the easiest way how like many people catch in on him. Now you have to think about that in your mind. The beast incarnate can come at you at any. He technically he doesn't need the briefcase. He doesn't need the briefcase. That's the scary part. He could win. He could fight you like at your best, and he might win. you're already having a match and against a strong opponent, and you just hear doom doom, you're done.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, I was gonna say it was back to like Roman Reigns and that promo that he had with John Cena a couple years back when they had that match or whatever. I think Roman has really gotten good at doing facial like expressions. Like,
Oh, yeah, he's like the new homo.
um, I think he's just good at selling the point with it, with the expressions that he makes. Like when Sammy was like, I'm just trying to keep peace. That's what the tribal chief wants. And Jay had said, I don't give a damn what the tribal chief says. And the way how Roman just looked up
He's like,
like surprised, yet kind of angry, yet kind of confused, like different emotions in his face. Like, what did this man just say?
bro, I'm not like it's when
And
like
he said, if you're not feeling oozy, bro, he was fighting so hard. And
no,
so
he
was Jay. That's why Jay had to like start covering his mouth and shit, because he was just like, it's like, if you're not
no,
feeling so ooh, he said, I'm gonna take this shirt off of you and I'm gonna make Sami Zayn Sammy Uso, okay?
no, because once this kind of remember that from because Roman, this Roman was smart and the cameraman knew what to do. They still had it pan after Jay and Jimmy and Sammy. Roman's on the side. I mean, Roman he moved more to the left and all that, and I promise you see his arm while you raised. He covered his mouth, a high laughter, and come right back into frame. I was
Yeah,
like,
because how like shit like that, bro, Spice just kind of just awkwardly funny like that. Because I feel like Sami Zayn, that's his like comedy style. It's just he's just awkward. He just says
yeah,
shit and does shit that you're just not prepared for. And like, yeah, like I'm pretty sure that was straight up like that wasn't in the script. Like, it's just like, you know, you're not feeling, you need
but
to feel a little more oozy. Like they're just not prepared for that. So then it's like, what do you do? And then you got somebody like Solo Sokoa who's still kind of like new. So he's also trying to be like everybody else, but oh man, they're trying to be serious.
now, obviously, it's when like those they everyone did like a return type thing when like Roman speaking, and you just see Roman Reigns. Each person, he was like, not this bomb, or he's like when John Cena was ain't no way like the franchise is here, and then when it was Brock, he was like, You're not serious."
Like, bro, I fought you like 6 times already, bro. Like,
Like,
like get out of here, bro.
let
Nah,
me
the
be.
way that SummerSlam match they had, bro, that's crazy how they were able to
They made
top like
bangers.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like each match somehow got better, and that having throwing everything on the table on top of him, standing on top of all like bro, and then the WrestleMania match and all that, like that was you
No,
know
honestly, it's also amazing like where you look at some of those matches, it was just like just done to. I think yeah, Roman won the majority of them, which was like Rock realized like Roman's that guy, like he actually needs to win. Where with other people like Dean Ambrose and sometimes with Seth, he would take the win. He would take more wins over them.
yeah, I think definitely if Brock likes you, he'll put in more effort also. So maybe he just
I
really
mean, Rock,
messes with Roman.
Rock said he liked working with superstars that were like more lean, like HBK, like AJ Styles, like around that, for he felt like he could tell more of a better story and all that. Where instead of like of like
Big Brolicules.
yeah, instead of like just doing suplex and all this other shit. I think he's tired of that. He did that in the beginning of his career.
That's why I kind of want to know how him versus Gunther really would have went. Like I felt like it'd have been like Brock trying to use brute force, but Gunther using technique and just like superiority.
I feel like
And
they both would have been like new wrestling. It would have been like a very tactical match where it would be holds after holds after holds, where like Brock is trying to simply overpower him, where Gunther's trying to just use Brock's momentum, and where he's like try to take him down, but Brock is being fast like always, and then still get that
yeah,
suplex.
Brock for his size, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no homo. Brock for his size is pretty fast.
no diddy.
Yeah, no, he's fast, man, and it's kind of
No,
scary, like to just see a
no,
man that huge.
no, no, no. I was thinking. it's crazy like someone like Braun Strowman doing like a kick up. That surprised me. I was just
Yeah,
like,
you do some shit like that in front of me in a fight, bro. I'm not fighting you, bro.
bro, no, not the whole cruise, not the whole cruiserweight thing they do with the whole wrist and all that.
Yeah,
Braun Strowman did that with Big Show. I'll never forget that. I was watching that. I won't say this. I was on my phone looking up. I said, "Oh, it's just like two giants fighting each other." When I see like Braun Strowman's on the ground and all that, why am I telling you? I'm like something's on like my mind telling me, "Look at this." I look up. I'm looking at the whole sequence. He gets up, and then the whole he rolled. I'm like, okay. Then next thing you know, going boom, boom. I'm like, nah. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, I'm dreaming right now.
Back
And
when he was back when he was full fledged in the Monster among men days, I'd showed a clip to my mom, well, like a video of like his like most like savage moments at that time. So like that time when he like fucking almost broke Apollo Cruz's neck
oh
with
yeah,
that fucking kick,
bro,
like
that
the entire rivalry with him and Roman Reigns. Yo, it was every week he just found a new way of
oh,
just
bro, finish with you. Nah,
like, could you imagine that, bro?
Braun Strowman should have been beat Roman. I'm not gonna lie, he should have won for the belt. Like,
Yeah, that man be like, I'm not finished with like he threw you off a fucking like a fucking a truck dock in a stretcher, bro, and your ass came back the next week talking about so oh no, I'm not afraid of Braun. Bitch.
you should have been afraid. Nah, it's when like Braun Strowman legit like beat him up so bad, then the whole ambulance, and then you hear in the distance, "Oh no, I finished with you," and then you see everyone running, and they're trying to like escape, and then next thing you know, he flips the whole ambulance.
Yeah, when you're doing which obviously, some assistance on it,
It's
but still, it's the fact that he's doing shit like that. Like, bro, and it was the one time with Braun Strowman where he was looking for somebody and like the locker room couldn't find him, and then there was a dude that just had a piece of like chocolate cake on his plate, like a big ass piece, and Braun just picked up with his hand, start eating it, walking away. Like no, bro, shit. Like, see, but that's what I'm saying. The rivalries like between like Roman and Braun is like what made Raw fun because it's just like what the fuck next are they gonna do? Like throw this man off the headquarters? Like, bro, like
that's what I'm saying. No, like I said, when Braun Strowman won the Money in the Bank, I was more upset that he legit he had to fight Roman and legit had to pull like a John Cena where he has to like make this where he's playing Roman because both Dean and Steph didn't want Braun Strowman to cash in that Money in the Bank contract. I was like, that's some. I was like, yeah, all three are some. Oh, like y'all two are some bitches. Cause y'all both like jumped the other person and cashed in. Like y'all both like ruined the moment of one both each other's. So I'm like, I don't want to hear, I don't want to see none of y'all talking about like, oh, fairness or anything like that. When y'all both two of y'all are money bank holders.
yeah. But I definitely, bro, like people really don't say how much of a good actor Seth Rollins really is.
Of course.
His line delivery is like excellent, and just the way to how he can just like I said, it's just his line delivery, the way how he looked when Dean Ambrose betrayed him was that of just somebody who was truly like devastated. Like I thought, we put everything behind us. Roman literally just said this shit tonight about his diagnosis. Like all this, like you could see it in his face. Like the acting was just like, damn, like
And like, and just Dean didn't give no fucks. He was like,
no. When it happened, there hasn't been many wrestling moments where like I was like genuinely shocked and had to like sit there and like contemplate life. And that was one of them. I'm just like, they really did this shit when Roman just
yeah.
came out in real life and was like, I'm dealing with, I've been battling leukemia for years and it's came
Oh,
back. And then
I,
just Dean later on that night, the fans are excited. Yeah, they won the titles for Roman. Did your 30 Ds. I was like, what the fuck?
bro, I'm not gonna lie. It just really worked in mind where it's like, is this really a shoot? And like, does it really got us? And like, they pulled the whole cancer card out. In my mind, like, ain't no fucking way. And where you really find out, it's like, yeah, no, it's true about Roman, but and then you like, they really did that on the same night, which is like,
Like I said, I think I might have sent you a playlist one time. I don't think you ever watched it, but Adam Blampier from he used to be a part of What Culture Pro Wrestling, that YouTube channel.
mm-hmm.
And then he was going to go to Cultaholic, but then he got caught up in some allegations and shit. Got fired. Had to take a couple years off from YouTube and all that. Anyways, but he used to do like how he would book or how he
Oh yeah,
would rebook.
I mean, he's back on all that, and like he's still making those type of videos,
Yeah,
but
but
the
back
momentum is lost.
but back then it was peak. But he did Dean Ambrose heel run, and he was just like, you gotta address the elephant in the room. Be like, Dean turned heel because of basically Roman revealing to the world that he had cancer. But then he was like breaking it down even more in levels. He's like, as Dean is spiraling down, it's also became a not just him being overwhelmed with that feeling of his friend being sick and all that. It's then Roman coming back and being like, Seth, I forgive you and all this stuff like that. And he's like, how could you forgive like this man? Like it was just you have to really watch the video. It's very good, but that's what I'm saying. It's because, and but that's why the fact that Triple H is now going in a new direction. It's like, yeah, they might not get all the sponsors. They might not still have some of the same sponsorships, especially if they're going in a darker route. But you're able to tell realer stories this way. They weren't trying to risk, especially like with them being partnered with Susan G. Komen, them like all this, they weren't trying to risk something like that. But if they would have made it a compelling story of a dude who's basically upset that his friend got sick, and then is dealing with that, doesn't know how any way else to deal with it except for be violent because he's always been the lunatic fringe. Then they get back together, and you know, like he gets reminded, kind of like PTSD almost, of all the good times they had, but then how Seth destroyed that. So he realizes that he truly wasn't fully over it, and then how Roman could just forgive Seth for that when he can't forgive him. So like it ended up being like Roman versus Dean, and that would have been Dean's last match, like before he left for AEW. That's how he had it set up. Was Roman versus Dean at WrestleMania or whatever or something like
I
that.
can see that.
So that was been a very compelling story.
Well, let's talk about SummerSlam though.
SummerSlam is shaping up to be very, very good. I mean, definitely I feel Rhea should definitely be back to, because she's not 100% yet.
I think she
Um,
is. I just don't think they're having her wrestle for the time being.
no,
And it,
they said that she hasn't been 100% medically clear, so why she hasn't gotten into anything physical yet, because she could like, because she's almost there, but she's not fully there. So,
that's I'll say that's weird because they have her like fight and live at SummerSlam. That's why.
well, yeah, she'll probably be good by
I mean,
then. I'm just saying,
yeah, but I don't know. I feel like maybe they're doing that beforehand, whereas like I think people are probably gonna have some doubts still, and where they don't want her to see if she can still do it right now. Like seem like if she's really good.
yeah. Yeah, but there's going to be that. We're getting Gunther versus Damian Priest, which is going to be a fucking
That's gonna be a
heavy,
hard hitting match.
yeah, hard hitting match for sure. I mean, we got that. We got um, what else? Cody versus oh no, Cody versus Solo. That was liquid, right?
That one's that's gonna be.
But I feel like if whoever's producing the match, because people always think it's Triple H this, Triple H that. No, literally, there's a producer for each and every single match. And they go over what the wrestlers go over with the producer. They find out who wins. Then the wrestlers talk amongst themselves, and maybe even if they're not sure about an idea, they go to the producer about it to see if it's okay. But that's yeah. So Triple H isn't. Yeah, he makes like the match cards and possibly who wins, but the performances and how spots are done and everything like that is up to the producers and all that. I just found out about that recently.
With
Um,
the whole Liv Morgan Because she mentioned that one time.
Well,
Uh,
actually, it was from watching Maven's YouTube channel.
uh, I would say Liv Morgan talk about that where during the time it was her debut on return back the company with where it was she was Lana's secret lover. You know that at like Bobby and her wedding, which is still crazy to say. Vince McMahon, you gotta love him for crazy ideas.
Yeah, I guess.
I get,
Like, I mean, no. Okay. Yes, he has definitely has some great ideas, and even over the last couple of years, some things did hit. But I think he got too much into the realm of trying to do things so differently, and then not sticking with them sometimes to really see what they could do. And also, he probably was dealing with a tad bit of like dementia or something. Also,
oh, of course. I mean, the whole idea of like having Stephanie pregnant with his kid
yeah,
is
that
so
was that was a straight up Drewski meme right there. What you mean by
yeah,
that?
yeah. But
But I
then
definitely,
Vince is out. New storylines are cooking, like the whole Drew versus CM Punk
I
versus Seth.
still, like I said, my dream, if I can, obviously, I don't know if I'll ever have a full blown promotion, but at least just to have like one show would be very cool. Just to have one show, in a decent sized arena. I'm talking about maybe a couple hundred people, maybe even less. It don't matter. But if I could then get a show that, or like get a promotion started and all that, but like I said, it's like depending on what you pay wrestlers, which a lot of wrestlers are basically willing to get paid pretty much nothing, or you pretty much be like, listen, this is what you're getting, my guy. We this independent promotion, same WWE, but um, but I mean, I would try my best to pay him as fairly as I could with what I got. But it's like 11,000 to 12,000 for her to do a single show because like I said, you got to have security, you got to have like medical there, you got to have a lot of things to really like solidify it as an actual like professional wrestling show. You got to get a promoter's license and a couple other things within the state that you're trying to do it in, um, and stuff like that. So it's quite interesting the stuff that you got to do. But like I said, I think it'd be cool, if I somehow work hard and I get successful and whatever I'm doing in life, whether this trade school works out and I get a decent job, working with computers or some shit, or something works out here with YouTube or video editing, or I fucking sell a screenplay for a shit ton of money or some shit. I'll do it. I'll run a show, and it'd be so cool to then have a company and to then have like writers and have bookers, and because I used to watch so much stuff on all that, like how do you book a show, what is like the best like kind of like amount of shows if you're on cable TV to have like in a week, and all this stuff about just the wrestling culture. And it's so interesting what you could really get into. Like anybody can pretty much do it. You just gotta really have money and somewhat some knowledge of it.
Yeah, honestly. Well,
Awesome.
I'm trying to think about. Oh, no, I'm not lying. Logan Paul cooked LA Knight in a promo last
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah. I seen some clips of it, and that was, hey man, good shit for him. I mean,
Imagine Logan Paul beats LA Knight. Yeah, SummerSlam, that'd be crazy.
no, I feel like Ella got to win.
He has to. He's gonna win that. That's gonna be his big one. That's gonna be his moment.
Yeah, and then he gonna talk massive shit on Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
yeah, yeah.
D,
So that
it's gonna be DIY. Like next Friday Night SmackDown's gonna like they're gonna try and find their new number one contender. They're just having a battle royale.
well, that's cool. Yeah, it's already
But
getting
like,
to the end of July, so yeah, we're definitely like it's coming up in a couple of weeks, August 5th or whatever. But it's scary though how far ahead this man Triple H has just thought ahead with so much stuff in terms of story booking and storytelling and stuff like that. It's just very just like I said, that's kind of how I would like to run my thing. But I would also like to really work hand in hand with obviously the other writers because I ain't gonna be a one man show, but also work with the wrestlers and be like, this is kind of what I have planned out. You can't just tell me outright no. Be like, I ain't gonna do this.
like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, like explain to me why you don't want to do it and give me something else that could be better, and we'll talk it through. But if you just be like, oh, my character wouldn't do that, bitch, now he does. All right, like explain explain yourself, and yeah. So SummerSlam, I think is gonna be really cool. I had ideas of like live stream watching or something like that, but I don't know. Just like just my reaction, but I don't really have a space to just be there, silence, just reacting to this, talking with fans and all that. But I think that'd be cool to eventually get to a point where we start doing that on like our YouTube or whatever.
Yeah,
Just re- reacting to the pay per views, things like that. I think that'd be kind of cool.
yeah. Trying. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be a triple threat match. It's gonna be Sammy versus Braun Breaker versus Ilya.
Oh, that match.
It's gonna cook, and which I'm not gonna lie, Sammy should not win that because those are
I,
two phenomenals.
I don't think he is.
It
There's
should it
if
should be either Braun or Ilya.
like
I feel like Ilya needs it more.
if Sammy gets through that, who else? Like I mean, there are more, but like, who can really give this man like that challenge? That like that whole like you said, like the Hulk Hogan thing of it, it, he's already going through so many like people. He's so. I think yeah, like you said, Braun Breaker or Ilya. I think Ilya would be cool for Ilya to look he have because I feel like he could then be well, not like another Gunther, but just kind of like I said, just like tactical, brutal technician. And then if it's just Braun Breaker, it's just brute strength, brutality.
Well, it's Bruce Strength more.
Oh no, he's athletic and all that. Don't get it twisted. I've seen him, bro. He's scary. When you can make the ring shake by running the ropes, bro, you're a different breed at that point. Because you're like running that fast, bro. Like, what type of fucking piece of deer meat did you eat? Like, that's yeah. But like I said, man, wrestling is like wrestling is just like anything else. There's always two sides. There's always differences. Just like with you know sports teams, just like with just so much other stuff. But like just right now, man, WWE's winning. They really are. But I think that now because of leadership has changed, there's a difference. Vince was kind of like I'm trying to think of like a character. He he just wanted to just be on top, be the only one, whatever like that. Triple H is like, listen, I want to just elevate wrestling as a
Overall,
sport and
yeah.
overall. So I'm willing to do these partnerships and willing to send my people over here, they send their people over here, and hey, it's working wonders. And you know, and it always gives that shock factor. It's like who the fuck like hey, who's gonna show up on Raw or who's gonna show up on SmackDown, or who's gonna show up on NXT, or who's gonna show up on TNA? Like who's gonna be in any of these other promotions that they're working with back and forth. So it gives that. So Triple H, I ain't gonna say he's a complete genius. Everybody obviously will do something that somebody doesn't like.
Who makes their money? People, because everyone hates how Triple H does Money in the Bank holders now. Ooh. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. Drew winning. Ooh. Storyline, make the storyline even better. Ooh. Jey Uso should have won it. Ooh.
Oh, Jay. Yeah, Jay should have. If it
I mean,
wasn't
should
Drew.
have, but
Yeah. If it wasn't Drew, but like you said, the storyline and all that. But it's honestly like
again, people people hated what Vince did in the past, where like the belt title would change hand by hand, like on Raw and SmackDown, and like sometimes like on paper show, pay per view, it doesn't change at all, which is like it's understandable why people are tired of that, but now people are tired of long reigns as champions.
well, that's how a champion should be.
Honestly,
It's like they got to that point, they got that title. Yeah, they're gonna try their best to keep it for a long time. And yeah, you could do a story where they lose it quickly, but you know, like you said, things are being done a little different. So I, I like it. I just like, wrestling for me, and it's not true. It's not even just because of WWE. It was also because AEW. Because in the around that time of COVID, around that time of like be a little bit before COVID, know that when WWE was like really like being close to possibly fucking hitting the gutter and shit, their stocks were constantly going down. AEW came up, and then you even in the other promotions you had then TNA then doing a lot of good stuff like everybody was then, but now like I said, it's cool to be, a wrestling fan again and just enjoy. I personally enjoy the long storytelling because the twists and the turns, and then just the new shit and the slow bubbling, the boiling. Like I said, I feel Randy Orton been eyeing that tight Cody's title a little too much. He been,
it just takes a lot of Viper just yeah.
and that would
Why
be like I said, a great.
I helping? Why am I helping others? For a title that I haven't hold for so long. Da, da, da. It's
It could be
and like
something like, but it could also be like he sees like he could have still like seen Cody as like not a kid, but as like the dude that he took under his wing and legacy. And it's like, so you think you're just gonna like outshine me? Nah, we're not doing that, bro. I'm a
I
Viper.
mean this is Cody's first world championship run, which is like
Like but Randy he hears the crowd singing, he sees the merch sales, he sees all that shit,
nah,
and he's
you can't go. I mean, not why you can't go off base off that anymore. Like, because Randy's like a seasonal vet where he had that before and all that. So it's like,
no, but
why does that even matter now? That's I feel like the storyline where it's like, oh my, this is the second time like I got attacked by the bloodline, and where I got nothing to show for it. It What all I got to show for it is these broken these battle scars, and this is the second time my family had to worry about um if daddy was gonna be flying type shit.
yeah, because Randy is very, very fucking good on Mike, man. That one promo he did with AJ Styles, where he's just like, "Where have you been at for the last 16 years?" He said, "You want to know where I've been at, AJ? I've been doing this and doing this." And he was like, he said, "So no." He's like, "No, it's not your house." He said, "It may be your house, but I'm the landlord and rent is due, you son of a bitch." And I was like, "Bro, Randy be talking his shit when he don't always do it, but when he does, he be like, all right, we gotta get these facts straight right now." Like I was out here booting people in the head in '09, bro. I'm a different breed. Yo, that shit used to just be funny as fuck. You're beating up, you're rolling around the ground, you're trying to get your ass back up. You just look and see a size 13 boot coming at you and kick you in the head. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, we definitely wait. So yeah, if today is the recording this, if today's the 21st, then next time we record, oh shit, it's the 4th. So wait, when the fuck does SummerSlam come out? I
6.
thought no, no, wait a minute. I could have sworn it was the 5th, but oh no, the 3rd. So yep, so it literally be the day we'd be recording the next episode the day after SummerSlam. So SummerSlam recaps next episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Honestly, and the result will be there. We'll bring the results. We'll tell you what in depth on what we thought about the match, how the storyline progressed. After starting on the SummerSlam is a whole build up for WrestleMania. So that's the whole ride.
Oh wait, where is it gonna be?
Cleveland
Oh yeah,
is in
Cleveland
Ohio.
Stadium. Yeah, I'm trying to see at like what time because I work on Saturdays, so I'm trying to see here.
And I'm more surprised like the Miz not to be the the host.
That would be 6:30. Yeah, damn, that literally I'd be dead at work, so I'd have to try my best. If it's not busy that night, then yeah, I'd be watching the fuck out of that. But um, but if not, then I. But definitely we definitely talked about a lot in this one. It wasn't even like we much hasn't happened over the last 2 weeks. Not much to recap. It's just kind of rambling on about some shit. But definitely, like he just said, we'll come with the results of SummerSlam, our thoughts on it, where we think everything is going to hit some connections. Like he said, it's then the road to like WrestleMania. With a few stops along the way, and just like I said, seeing. And like I said, I'm still thinking. I don't know. Maybe it'll be kind of like a like recording myself, whatever. But it's just like the reactions to the crazy shit that happens or some shit. I don't know. But if you guys definitely enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, you follow if you're listening to this audio. If you're watching this, subscribe, click that notification bell, share this with all your friends, and yeah, we will see you guys after SummerSlam.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.